Hi guys, this is Paul Nunez from Paul's Picks. I haven't made a video in a long time, probably because, or I know so, because the semis are really getting hammered. Um, and I am very, invested in the semis. But I did pull out of some of them, and I did look at the fundamentals a bit closer to stay in the ones that I have conviction in. The overall market, though, is consolidating. I think that, well, the charts show clear consolidation. This is S&P 500 or the XPX. You could see this wedge pattern getting narrow. Or another way to look at this too is the Bollinger Bands. See these Bollinger Bands? The Bollinger Bands are squeezing in, and that indicates that the market is squeezing or condensing or getting more narrow in terms of where it's trading. Essentially, overall less volatile. Eh, Um, Obviously some sectors are very volatile, some are not, but the overall S&P 500 is in this indecisive mode. It's not clearly trending up. It's actually, I would say, it looks like a higher low. So right now, unless it drop below this low, let me get this thing working here. Unless it drop below this area, which is about 7,200, 72,000, I'm not too concerned. Um, so let's go through some of the things that I believe, are trending and are not. As you know, I'm going to say SMH has been taking a beating. Let's take a look at this SMH. April, it started up, before here, it ramped right up, and then as soon as May, June, July, we got this. Actually it's trending down, I would say. The 20 is trending down, the 9 is trending down, 9-day moving average. It's the 50s flattening out. I think a lot of this is awaiting earnings season to see how these semis or even the mega caps, because the mega caps, they're right in the big capexes to drive data building structures, money into multiple sectors to support the data center build out, which is being challenged right now by a few things. Return of investment. China apparently has a product that competes with OpenAI and Anthropic. But let's get back to the charts. So I sold many, but I held on to things like Micron. And Micron looks, it's right at the 50. The 20's down, the 9 is down, but holding steady at the 50. So I do have conviction in Micron. I also have um, ASML. Earnings were good, but sitting at support at the 50. Very similar. You're going to see this a lot. Um, I do have CrowdStrike, which is not semis, it's a software, rising 20, and 9 is trending down. But, cybersecurity, CrowdStrike, and uh, Palo Alto, which is PanW, are the biggest. So that's not semis. Talk a little more about semis. I do got Lam Research, and I'm going to say I think it's going to be probably right at the 50 or below the 50. Trending down, 20 down. I'm going to hold this unless it really breaks down, at 260, 261 in that area. I mean, this would really concerning if it comes down near the 200. What are some of the other ones? Oh, no, that's I'm in Flex, and their earnings are coming up, but getting buried, under the 50. The 50's curling over, actually. So tough to be in these stocks. I'm holding positions, not crazy large positions. I mean, I do have probably my largest positions in it is in Applied, right there, sitting on the 50. Um, Micron's a big position. Is also SanDisk right here, which is getting punished today. Well, not too bad. Oh, down 8%, under the 50. So again, this is where I see major support in this area. Let's see what happens. So where's the money going? Well, let's go through some of these sectors. It's not going up. Communications, that's buried. Uh, Consumer discretionary, buried. The first one was communication, XLC, right? That one was buried. XLP, that's consumer discretionary. I mean, that's a tough chart to be in. Sideways and very volatile. Now, energy, because of the war and this issue with oil. Oil has been capping out. I do have some energy plays. So I actually added to Exxon today. I had a position in Exxon and I added today. So I don't believe this war is going to end um, anytime soon. So I think things like Exxon, I don't have Chevron, CVX, I think it is. Same thing. Don't have Chevron, but I had to have Exxon. I think it's good to have some exposure to those big guys. I do have Valero. I've been in that for a bit. I think that's a refinery. It's a little pullback, but this chart is nice. This is the 200, so trending up, 50 trending up, 20, trending up, and the 9. Another one is Marathon. Marathon. Let me get that ticker. MPC. Doing well. I will stay in these until I get signs that, oh, we're heading towards peace and there's not going to be any concerns with oil. But I think these will trend up as long as there's a war. Another thing that I'm looking at, other industrials. I just want to mention before I leave that. I am in GEV, which had earnings, had some type of a miss, but tremendous backlog orders. So I am holding GEV. I have GE too, GE. And I had it, in this area, pulled back. I went in negative and it's just starting to pull right back. And it had good earnings and it had good backlog. So I'm going to hang in there. Here's earnings on this day. What's about a week ago? Let's see. Oh, I am in CAT still. CAT's been punished, still under the 50, which is going flat here. So I got conviction in this company. I'll hang in there. Some of the newer ones that I see trending are there's reports out in Lockheed Martin. I'm not in Lockheed Martin. I think LMT. Earnings yesterday. So you could see these, it pulls up on major volume yesterday. So he's popping value, turning MACD the day before. So, or I should probably right in this area. I'd have to pull this up. So close to the earnings, probably earnings days when it really went up with conviction. But you can see the volume. RTX. This is all because of the war, Neat about RTX. So if you put 6 months and it's hit previous highs back here. This is February sometime. Look at that. So it's going to see some support, or resistance rather. Going to see some resistance right there. I have a position in this, and I suspect it'll start continuing to trend up. But let's see. HWM, I think is the other one. Yeah, there you go. See, this guy hit. Same thing. Hit this top, which was, let's see, in June 22. Because of the war, these missile companies and engines and everything that you need to build for, aerospace industrials are going to be up, and their earnings are coming in. So I'm looking at those guys. I have small positions. I happen to like the oils a little more than those, but I'm dabbling in both of them, and I also know real estate has moved. So let's go XLRE. Look at this XLA, and I believe a big push of this is DLR. Is it? No, that's there you go. No, this is digital reality. So look at this pop. Okay, so they had earnings. This is pushing up. So it makes sense to poke around in there. I think you could see that this guy made a new high. Let's see if I can draw a line right there in here. Let's go back a little bit. So yeah, look at it went right back to where it's trading over here in the pre two earnings ago. So it's sitting here. Um, what did I buy? VTR. This one has a high earnings per share, like 130 or something. But I like this chart a bit better in that it's trending a bit smoother, okay, than the other ones. But I think it's good to keep an eye on those stocks and dabble in them as there's activity in there. So I like the oils. Some industrials are doing well. Some are not doing well at all. The semis are getting slammed. And oh, healthcare, XLD. You know what? This XLD, you can see it's kind of moving with the S&P for the last, it looks like to me, 2 weeks. Let's bring it in a little closer. I think it depends which one. Again, I haven't looked at Eli Lilly. I know there's a lawsuit going on. I have J&J. Eli Lilly I think is going to look the same. J&J. You see how I think J&J has probably less drama regarding because they sell weight loss drugs versus J&J is a company that does studies for various types of drugs and so forth. Um, so I like J&J. I would have a position there too. So I'm broadening out into different energies, and different specific industrials, and I do have some finance too. Um, I have Goldman Sachs and I have Morgan Stanley, which are kind of going sideways. And also for consumer, I have Viking, who's been one of my faves in that area, um, which is I think it's consumer discretionary. Yeah. But anyways, that's what's happening in the market. So I think I went too heavy in semis, but I'm managing it. I'm spreading out and having exposure in other sectors that are trending. I hope you're doing the same. Don't ever fall in love with a stock. Never ever fall in love with a stock. Never fall in love with a sector. Follow the chart, and it's telling you where the money's flowing. And please reach out to me. I'd like to chat and hear your comments on um, my thoughts and your thought. I want to hear your thoughts about what you think. Anyways, be good. Peace. I'll see you in a bit.